maybe it's unavoidable to some extent, and I'm not saying it's always completely fake or bad, but I don't know. Have you ever worked in customer service and had a customer service voice and tone, almost like um, a certain rhythm or melody in the voice? When you're working in customer service, have you found that you had that tone? Maybe you weren't aware of it, and do you find that it irritates you maybe when people speak in a certain tone, a customer service tone, when they're serving you in, for example, a cafe? Um, as I said, I'm not saying it's completely fake. I'm not saying that it's completely avoidable. I mean, obviously, people can't always be exactly the same in their personal life as what they are at work. But can we not be maybe a little bit more ourselves and a more bit more natural when we're serving customers, but at the same time being polite and professional, but just a bit more natural, a bit more ourselves. I know natural is a word which you could debate. What does natural actually mean? What does be yourself mean? Maybe we have different facets. What do we mean when we say be yourself? But I suppose for argument's sake, you know what I mean here. Um, this customer service tone, this melody, this and certain words and phrases that people often use a lot in customer service. As I said, I'm not saying it's completely insincere or that it's completely avoidable, but does it grate on you a bit? You feel like you can't have a natural conversation. You can't be yourself when you're a customer because the conversation is so sort of, you know, I don't know, the smile and the tone is kind of like put on and fake, with the person that's serving you. It's a little bit stilted, a bit stunted. You can't sort of make a joke. It's all sort of very sort of formulaic, if you like, and stunted. I mean, like in a cafe that I've been in many times in the Midlands. In there, it's a bit like that. It's like anything else that we can do? Anything else that you would like today? Anything else we can do for you today? They often add the word today on, don't they? Onto the end, whereas maybe in normal life you wouldn't say that. But in customer service over the last 20 years, they've got into this sort of habit of saying anything else, we can, that you need today, or anything else we can help you with today. But yeah, it's just this sort of, if you'd like to take a seat, please, and we'll bring the menu over to you. And is that all for you today? And is everything all right for you today? And it's sort of like you think it. And when you're talking to them, you almost feel like you can't be yourself or even crack a joke because it's all so sort of um, stilted or stunted. I'm not sure which word to use. Stunted, stilted, and a little bit plastic, a bit fake. Because they wouldn't be like that. They wouldn't speak like that in their private life. So um, I'm not saying it's entirely fake, and I'm repeating myself, but is there a way that we can be ourselves a bit more, be a bit more spontaneous, and be ourselves a bit more, but maybe still polite, if you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, yes, that's a bit clearer. I'm quite new to the reading glasses brigade. It's been well, I say new. It's been over a year now, but yeah, um, difficult to do without them now. Maybe I suspect many of you are similar. But yeah, it's a sort of and don't get me started on when people say mate or buddy in customer service, and strangely, they're often being really friendly and sincere when they say that. But I may appear to contradict myself because after what I've just said, it's like when people say something very informal like mate or buddy in customer service, that equally that irritates me even more actually, because I think no, it's not mate or buddy. This is a business transaction. This is a customer service situation. It's sir or madam. I think it should be strictly sir or madam. I don't know what's happened to sir and madam in customer service in the UK. We seems to have drifted away, but it hasn't in other countries. For example, in France, it's nearly always used sir and madam in a on the phone or in customer service, with a business. Um, so yeah, whilst I said I'd like people to be more themselves and more natural, but at the same time being professional and polite, I kind of contradict myself because when people say mate or buddy in customer service, I find that really grates on me, Sounds awful, I know, but to say that because often they are being really genuine. But do you feel that way about sir and madam? And do you feel that customer service, the customer service tone or customer service voice could be bit more natural and wish that people could be themselves a bit more, whilst at the same time being professional and polite and businesslike. As I said, I noticed it particularly recently in this cafe in the Midlands where I've stayed in this place for a month, three times now, and in this cafe, I suspect it's more when they're very stressed out or when there's a lot of pressure on, or maybe I don't know, maybe there's not very good management and too much pressure, staff morale is low. Maybe they're more likely to be like that then. But yeah, very stunted, very stilted. You know, is there anything else we can get for you today? And is that everything for you today? And is everything all right? And if you'd like to just take a seat, we'll come over. We'll be right over in a moment to serve you. It's sort of like oh. I mean, maybe it's just me because I suppose because I'm somebody who does like to waffle and and engage with people and and connect with people and well, most of the time anyway. Nobody can be the same all of the time, but I suppose because I am someone who likes to really connect and engage, even if it's only briefly, even in a business situation, and so I wish it could be a bit more natural. They're sort of terribly. I'm using those two words again, stilted or stunted. But yeah, do you get irritated by a customer service tone, a customer service voice? Do you think it could be more natural, or do you think it is what it is, and it's unavoidable? Did you find when you worked in customer service, or maybe you work in customer service or hospitality now, do you have a customer service voice or tone, or are you more yourself, so to speak? Which are you? Do you do you try to be more sort of natural and spontaneous, but it comes out sounding a bit fake or plastic? Um, Maybe a lot of the time it's not fake or plastic. It's just the way that we're, I don't know, conditioned. Not conditioned. The way that we're, well, yeah, the way that we think that customer service should sound. Yeah, it's. But yeah, particularly the use of mate and buddy. Oh, don't even get me started. Not an expression I use very often. Mate and buddy, but also adding today onto the ends of things. Anything else you need today? Anything else we can get for you today? Anything else we can help with you with today? That's of course you can, no problem. I'll be right back. It's, it's, um, we'll come over to we'll come over to your table and take your order in a moment. Is that everything for you today? Everything all right for you today? Anyway, I think you've got the message. So today we're talking customer service tones and voices, customer service voices, and also the use of the word mate or buddy in customer service. Are you like me in thinking that it should always be sir and madam? Or if it's not sir and madam, at least don't say mate or buddy, in a customer service or a business situation. What do you think? I look forward to reading all your comments and reactions, all opinions. Welcome as always. Thank you. That's great. Thanks.